I've helped hundreds of people hit their first $10,000 a month selling on Amazon. We'll pop a whole bunch of results up here on screen. I know exactly what I'm talking about with this stuff. And my own Amazon business hit $10,000 a month in just 45 days a few years ago when I got started, and I went on to sell over $1 million my first year. But most new Amazon sellers are wasting tons of time and money overcomplicating things with the wrong process. In this video, I'm going to give you a stupid simple blueprint to start and scale your very own Amazon business from scratch in 2025, even if you're a complete beginner working a 9-to-5 job or in college. First things first, starting your Amazon business is choosing the right business model. Most beginners want to get started with Amazon private label, the classic Alibaba China model where you buy an unbranded product, ship it over from China, and create a brand on Amazon. The problem with private label is it's way too complicated and expensive for beginner entrepreneurs, especially those starting part-time working a 9-to-5 job or in college, because when you make a private label product, you need $5,000 to $10,000 minimum to get started, and you typically can only buy one, maybe two products with that, so all your eggs are in one basket. And once you actually find a product, you're going to wait several months for it to actually get here from China. And then you have to create the listing, spend a bunch of money on ads, do copywriting, photography, and overall, it's just super complicated. Because when you buy a product that doesn't have demand and you're creating a brand on Amazon, you have to generate all that demand and you don't have proven sales history. Equally as bad for beginners as private label is Amazon wholesale, buying name brand products in bulk from manufacturers and distributors. The big problem with wholesale is that you need tons of money to do it, typically 5 to 10K minimum. And as a beginner entrepreneur, you're probably not ready to do a bunch of cold calling to suppliers to negotiate. Most of the time, the suppliers don't even want to sell to Amazon sellers. And if you do find a supplier that will sell to you, there's no guarantee they'll actually be profitable or their products will actually sell well on Amazon in the first place. Stay away from Amazon wholesale or private label. What makes way more sense for beginners and what I used and all my students use is the Amazon online arbitrage method, buying discounted name brand products from big websites like Kohl's, Walmart, and Target to flip on Amazon for a profit. It takes substantially less capital. It's way more simple because you don't have to run any ads, create any products, or buy stuff from China. People already buy these name brand products. And you don't need to buy massive quantities like you have to with wholesale to hit minimum order quantities. With online arbitrage, you can start out with super low quantities, test with low risk, and scale from there. All we're doing is finding discounted products on Kohl's, Walmart, and Target that sell on Amazon for a profit, ordering them to ourselves in small quantities, then shipping them off in bulk to the Amazon FBA warehouse. That's the beauty of online arbitrage. It's way more simple and easy than Amazon wholesale or private label, and you need a lot less capital. Let's break down exactly how much money you need. First things first, you're going to need an Amazon seller account. You don't need an LLC to get your Amazon seller account. A lot of people think you do. I'm going to show you that process in a sec, which costs $40 per month to actually sell on Amazon's platform to hundreds of millions of prime customers. A lot of beginners think you need a ton of complicated and expensive software. That's not true whatsoever, guys. You're just going to need 3 basic pieces of software that are all simple and easy to use. The first one's going to be SellerAmp, which is the profit calculator. I'm going to show you guys how to use that in a second. That tells you if a listing's profitable today with all the Amazon fees, shipping, and everything like that. The second is going to be the Keepa product research tool, which shows if a listing's been profitable over time. It's basically stock charts for Amazon products. Going to show you guys all the basics on that, as well as for your listing, shipping, and managing your business, knowing your profit and your analytics and all that. You're going to want to use the Boxum listing and shipping tool, which is $50 per month. So in total, $90 per month, $20 a month for SellerAmp, $20 a month for Keepa, and $50 a month for Boxum. Nice and simple. There's also some free Chrome extensions you're going to use for online arbitrage product research. I'll show you guys how to use that in the product research section of the video, but I'd recommend getting right off the bat Capital One Shopping, Coupon Birds, and Cooper. There's no cost to those, and they give you cash back and help you find additional deals for online arbitrage. Additionally, USPS and UPS give out a lot of free shipping supplies on their website. Who doesn't want a bunch of free shipping supplies? So you might as well lock them down. USPS boxes and UPS labels specifically right there. So you can go ahead and get those just by Googling USPS free shipping supplies and UPS free shipping supplies and go to their websites. And then in terms of shipping supplies you are going to buy right off the bat, you can get started with like 20 to 50 bucks, nice and easy. Your 30 up label paper, you can just get that at Walmart or Amazon, as well as boxes from Walmart, depending on the size of the products you're shipping out. I love the Pen Gear boxes from Walmart. And then you can also get your gray poly mailers and your clear poly bags from Amazon, just in a variety pack. And for poly mailers, I like 9x12 and 12x15. And the rest of your capital is just going to go to inventory, guys. Don't overthink it. You really only need 1 to 2K total to get started with online arbitrage. This video is the entire blueprint. Next thing up is actually creating your Amazon seller account. All you need to do that, guys, is to go to sellercentral.amazon.com and then just go here and create a professional seller account, hit sign up. We see more than 70% of Amazon sellers generate their first sale in less than 60 days. I want to make sure all you guys watching this video do that substantially quicker. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know your personal situation, but Amazon doesn't formally require an LLC to sell on their platform. And it does take a couple of days to actually verify your account. So it's very helpful to go ahead and get that done ASAP and get your professional seller account open. Once you have your seller account open, now it's time to start getting permission from Amazon to sell these brand name products on Amazon, which is nice and easy to get done. A lot of people think ungating, aka getting Amazon's permission to sell these products on their platform, is super confusing. I want to tell you, ungating is super simple in 2025 going into 2026. This is going to be your exact guide. The cool thing is when I got started, ungating was very difficult, but all you guys watching this today can get it nicely knocked out easy. You only have to do each brand one time, which makes it really convenient. Here's some suppliers that actually work for ungating. What I need you guys to understand is that all big retailers work for ungating in 2025. So stuff like Target's a great supplier, Walmart, EE Distribution, Frontier Co-op, and then any brand websites too. So like Gap, for example, or Nautica, for example. All you have to do is buy the required quantity Amazon gives you. So like Goodfellow and Co. right here from Target, they probably require 10 for this. So you just want to go ahead and buy 10 of these. You can see what it says on Amazon. Some brands require a little bit more. All we need to do is find 10 of a product that's also listed on Amazon and then purchase 10 of them. And then immediately we get that order confirmation email. We download that as PDF, and that's what we submit off to Amazon as our invoice. It's very normal to get declined, typically 5 to 10 times per brand, but you just keep resubmitting that same information and you can add in other purchase information that comes in to that file as well. So Goodfellow, we can use Target. Toys, we can use Target. EE Distribution is a great toy supplier as well. We can see here Frontier Co-op for beauty and grocery and stuff like that. And then any brand websites work too as well. And the nice thing is, guys, there's also a ton of small brands that'll automatically approve you from day one that are called auto ungates that even if you have no sales history, you can knock out. Here's a big list of them right here. So we put together this big list of auto ungate products. Obviously, not all of them are going to be auto ungate products when you're a complete beginner, but you can download this completely free at the link in the description and go ahead and plug in Staff or Dan or Red Heart Athletic Works on Amazon Seller Central where it says to add product. There's also a full tutorial here on the actual list here in terms of Seller Central, add a product, paste in the ASIN number, select new condition, then hit apply to sell and request approval. Most people forget the apply to sell and request approval part. So go ahead and download this, guys, and you can go ahead and see all these ASINs here and plug them in. What you do have to understand, though, is not everything's going to be auto-ungated when you're a beginner. And once you do like 2,000 in sales on Amazon, a lot more stuff becomes auto-ungate as well. The perfect formula for beginners, in my opinion, is focusing mainly on auto-ungate brands when you're a beginner, as well as submitting on 1 or 2 big gated brands that once you get approved for, you would access to dozens or hundreds of SKUs. That's the perfect formula to get your first couple thousand in sales. And then a lot more stuff becomes auto-ungate as well. But I do want to make it clear, do not be afraid of gated products. If ungating were impossible, there'd be no sellers on all these listings. Go down below the link in the description and download the auto-ungate list and get a bunch of stuff knocked out. Just don't forget to select condition, hit apply to sell and request approval to see if something's actually auto-ungate. It's product research time, guys. Here's where we make our money. Let's go ahead and break down the basics of SellerAmp and Keepa and then show you some live product research so you can get started finding winning products on your own as quick as possible. Starting off here on the Amazon product page, you want to make sure you download the SellerAmp Chrome extension and install it on your Google Chrome browser, as well as the Keepa Chrome extension and install it on your Google Chrome browser as well right here. So now we can see both these show on my Google Chrome browser right here that we can go ahead and they can assist us with this product research here. So right off here on the Amazon product page, right off the bat, taking a look at this product right here, we can see the buy box on this product is $29.39. So this is where we want to be as sellers right here. Now, obviously you're thinking, okay, the last thing I would want to do is buy products that don't actually sell. And that's where sales rank comes into play, which is how fast a product sells. Because the last thing we want to do is buy products that don't actually sell. So we want to take a look here on SellerAmp at the best sellers rank, aka BSR or sales rank, as well as the estimated sales per month, and make sure that the best sellers rank is under 200,000 and the estimated sales per month is above 30 per month right here. So taking a look, we can see 14K sales rank, 100 per month. That's good action. The lower the sales rank, the better right here, right? And the cool thing is you're probably thinking, okay, what about shipping, fees, everything like that? SellerAmp takes all that into account. So in order to hit my minimum profit of 30% ROI and $3 per unit, I would need to pay a maximum of $16.13. Now, the cool thing is over on the brand website for this product, we can see we can sign up for the subscribe and save or the membership and then just cancel it after they ship and get this for 14 bucks. And a lot of online arbitrage comes down to discounts, to different tips and tricks to make the numbers work on different products. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a full breakdown of all my favorite ways to do that, which is going to help you find tons of winning products. So we can see this is going for $14 right here. And then I believe at the bottom of the website here, there's this sign up. Sometimes that'll be like a 10% code on this retailer. It's not, but I believe there was a 10% code that popped up on the website. You can go and check right there. If that works, this gets even better, but plugging in that 14 cost right here after shipping, after fees, we make $7 profit and a 50% ROI. And then that 10%, if you see it right there, could get even cheaper right there. We'll just take a look at 14. We can see nice and profitable. So winning product criteria to write down is under 200K sales rank, 30 plus estimated sales per month, and above $3 profit and above a 30% ROI right there. And SellerAmp shows us if a listing's good today, then we also need to scroll down to the Keepa Chrome extension to see if a listing's actually been good over time. So this is the stock charts right here. So on your Keepa initially, you'll probably show 3 charts right here. I'd recommend clicking sub ranks to take out that middle one. You also might not be showing the bottom one. So you want to hit graph settings right here and then select offer counts and ratings. So that shows. Now, once yours matches mine right here, I have a full Keepa tutorial on my channel as well. We can see the top chart shows the demand, aka the sales rank, and then the pink line, which is the price action over time. And the bottom chart shows the competition over time. And the cool thing about Keepa is it literally shows us how listings done ever since it was added on Amazon here, which we can see in this case was 63 days ago. You want to focus on the 3-month data primarily. So in this case, the whole chart right here, we can see 100 sales per month split across largely 1 or 2 sellers. It's a little bit high right now, is a good amount of share to go around. I get asked all the time, how much competition is too much competition on a specific product? Truth be told, it's all about the trend. There's listings with 100 sellers that sell 2,000 times a month that are phenomenal, and listings with 2 sellers that sell incredibly slow that are terrible. So it's all about the specific velocity relative to the competition and the trend. We'd see the competition trending up a bit here, but it's still 100 sales per month across 8 sellers. That's not much whatsoever right here. And then we can also see that the private label alert is showing on SellerAmp right here. That's just due to low competition. Whenever you see the private label alert, you need to identify if the brand is the only person carrying a listing, which we can see in this case. That is totally not true. There's a bunch of third-party sellers on here. So don't automatically avoid products when they have the private label alert on SellerAmp. A lot of beginners do that right here. And then the big red flags on the Keepa chart we want to make sure we avoid are listings where the pink line is going down, which we can see in this case, it's nice and steady, which is good. And we want to avoid listings where the competition's shooting up, which we can see in this case, it's gone up a little bit, but it's not affecting the price at all right there. So this is an example of a good online arbitrage product right here. And then in terms of actually finding our first couple winning products, that's where tons of beginners go wrong. And before I show you guys how to find winning products live, as well as the special product research tips and tricks at the end, a lot of people gatekeep, I do want to mention, if you're interested in personalized one-on-one coaching directly from me, take a look down below at the link in the description for my coaching program application. With the holiday season fast approaching, now's the perfect time to get started selling and profitable. And my one-on-one mentorship program where we work together directly one-on-one. We get on Zoom together. We have 3 group coaching calls per week as well. You get my personal phone number, all my coupons, tips, tricks, and strategies. I'll help you get ungated, help you find your first couple winning products. I'll check all your leads for you. Now's a great time to do that with the holiday season fast approaching. So take a look at that down below at the link in the description and apply if you're interested. Now let's dig in and find some winning products live. So many beginner sellers think the best way to find products is to go to random websites and look through their clearance sections, aka manual sourcing. I would never recommend doing that as a complete beginner. Instead, do what's called the storefront stalking method, where you use SellerAmp to look inside the storefronts of other sellers that have a similar business model to us, starting off on online arbitrage products like we can see here. And then we'd see all their fastest selling winning products that we know have a good sales rank that probably are from the online arbitrage model. Then we can go find what websites carry those products. So all I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to scroll down here on SellerAmp to the offers of other sellers, or list of other sellers right here. And then I'm just going to open up all the other sellers that carry this product. Sometimes I'll do only sellers with 25 plus reviews, but this is more of a beginner listing right here. And reviews don't matter for getting buy box. They are just a good gauge of people to go ahead and storefront stock right here. So now we can go ahead and see all the brands these sellers carry inside the storefronts right here, all the categories these sellers carry, and all their fastest selling winning products here that have a good sales rank. So for example, this listing we already found profitable right here. We can see a 14K rank, 500 sales per month. That looks very promising. Let's take a look. 15K rank, 300 sales per month. That looks very promising. Let's take a look here. Right. So what I'm going to just do is open up these listings that I know folks are making money on here and go ahead and take a look. And sometimes with big sellers, you can go ahead and take a look only at your favorite brands that you see right there. But when you're a beginner, you're obviously just getting the ball rolling. I am going to mention sometimes you start to learn where different products come from. Like, for example, Stafford is an auto Ungate that comes from JCPenney's. It's only good when JCPenney's has a sale going on, right? And then, for example, something like this that's pretty heavy probably is going to be pretty tough to make good at, $23 right here. This listing has Amazon on it. I don't like to compete with Amazon. I'm a beginner. So you start to see these nuances over time as you grow more familiar with the business right here. 29K rank, that looks great right here. 15K rank, that looks great right there, right? 46K rank, that looks good right here. And now we can see these listings that probably, at least most likely, are online arbitrage. We can go ahead and see if we can make the numbers work on any of these right here. So taking a quick glance down here at the Keepa chart, we can see this is a product we would probably want to avoid because the competition's spiking up right here and the price is starting to trend down. So unfortunately, not something I'm going to take a look at right here. This listing, we take a quick glance at the Keepa chart, is largely pretty steady. Competition's gone up a tad right here, but we can totally go ahead and take a look. And the way we do that, guys, is by going and hitting search for product title on Google with this Google button right here on SellerAmp. And now we can see, take a look here. Like, this is 4.38 right here, guys. So let's see, 4.38. Right, so taking a look here, 4.38. I think this is the right thing. We would obviously verify that here, 45 by 36 right here. Yeah, so 4.38 right here, 4.38. We can see close to being good, not quite there. Only $1 profit, 22% ROI. There's not really any ways or any coupons to go ahead and make Walmart cheaper, unfortunately, right here. But taking a look down here on the Keepa chart, you can see a lot of the buy box shares going at 15 here. So I do need to update the sale price right here and take a look, and we'd see it's a little bit closer. I still don't like this just because the profit's not quite good enough, even though the ROI is good. But we can see these are clearly online arbitrage sellers right here because we came to this from an online arbitrage listing right here. So we can see probably avoid this. Maybe there's other flavors or something like that, or other types of similar items we could take a look at. Sometimes I'll use the Amazon search to gauge that here. But in this case, not something that makes sense right here. When see this listing, price is trending down, competition trending up right here. It is a new listing with only 13 sellers for 100 sales per month right here. So that could just be the listing being a little new right here. Clicking in this item, we can see this is probably profitable here. Taking a look from Walmart, and we can see 9.39 here. So plugging in 9.34, or accurate 9.34, we can see this is profitable here. The big problem is this is coming from a third-party seller on Walmart. So we would have to avoid this, unfortunately, because it's not sold and shipped by Walmart. You have to avoid buying off third-party Walmart sellers. So only buy listings on Walmart that are sold and shipped by Walmart. And the same goes for, like, you can't buy off eBay and stuff like that. So even though this is profitable, this is not actually good. And I think some new sellers are getting kind of bamboozled right there, unfortunately. Let's see, Zaria right here. Okay, this could be the right thing here. Let's see, shop now right here. Let's see, so taking a look here. Yeah, 3 bottles right here. So, okay, 6, so 7.49 divided by 6 right here. 74, 75 basically divided by 6, 75 divided by 6 right here. We can see, not good, unfortunately. Maybe they do like an extra upsell or something like that right there, but not good in this case, but definitely close and definitely promising here. Taking a look on this guy, we can see competition trending up a bit, but honestly here, like the past 2 weeks, really, really steady. Hasn't changed much, 39 to 45. Not much of a change right there. So we can go ahead and plug this guy in, and we can see right here, 11.99. So let's see, 11.99 right here. Pretty close. Typically a good sign that we would be able to make this good right here. Let's see, are there any coupons here? Don't miss out. Always want to check Capital and Shopping, Coupon Birds, stuff like that for deals. We can see this lead is out of stock. So if this were in stock, there would be a good opportunity. And obviously, not every listing is going to be profitable, guys, not even close. But a lot of stuff is going to be profitable here. We can see a competition steadied out the past 2 weeks or so. Let's see. Taking a look here. This is probably, a lot of these smaller ones will just be from the brand here. Let's see. Zembic. Let's see, it's called like Nature Zembic right here. Let's see, Nature Zembic here. Let's see, these guys not have a brand website, I don't think. All right, no, okay, so we're not gonna worry about that here. Let's see, taking a look at these guys, 35 here. Let's take a look at this guy here. Boom, okay, Dr. Bronner's here, 32 ounce, the soap right here. Let's see, 32 ounce and 2 ounce travel bottle. Okay, so let's see. So we could get these for, yeah, pretty significant off. So 17 right here. So we'd want to see if they have the travel one as well. Let's see. Got the travel one here too. Okay, we could take a look here. Unscented, pure magic. Let's see. 2 ounce here for travel. Okay, so $3 right here. Right, so let me just go ahead and add this to cart and see if both coupons hit here. Sale 20 and hair 15. If both these coupons work, this actually probably does end up being good here. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at this guy here. So plugging this guy in. Let's see. So let's go ahead here and see if let's do like 10 of these units here. So we'll do some couponing in real time here, guys. Let's see. So plug in. What was that? Sale 20 right here. Okay. Quantity adjusted. Oh, current availability for pickup. Okay, so we could update this to shim. So sometimes you can go ahead. Yeah, we can go ahead here. Let's plug in like 10 of these here. Let's see. So it's sale 20 and hair 15. Okay, plugging in here. So sale 20 and let's see, hair 15. Add in here too. Aha. Okay, so they both do work here. Interesting. Okay, so and take a look here. Yeah, so 17. So it'd be 17 per unit right here. And 15% off potentially too. We could go ahead and plug in there. So let's see. So it'd end up being like a 17 plus 3 minus 15%. So it's pretty cool. We can do that math within SellerAmp right here. Pretty dang close to being good right there. Not quite there though. But let's go ahead and let's find a winning product here. Let's see. Taking a look at this guy here. 11. Taking a look here. This catnip here from Chewy right here. Let's go ahead and take a look here on these guys here. Let's see. So buy 3, get the 4th free. Still not quite going to be there. Unfortunate here. We take a look at some of these other sellers here. I think. Was this the, yeah, we did the dark, okay, yeah, so take a look here. So we did the dark medium tone here, but this is a different one right here. And take a look here. Yeah, okay, so this is 1K sales per month in this other color right here. So this one storefront led us to this other one. If we go ahead and take a look at these guys right here, let's see, Beauty Pie, yeah, it's the same retail price. So 14 right here. So we go ahead and plug in, 14 right here. And we can see buy box is currently 25. But take a look here. Yeah, the lowest FBA is literally 30. So if we were to FBA this, right, we know when we FBA, we can price above the FBM people, typically closer to like 10 or even 5 to 15% higher right there. So if I go ahead and plug in, say another 10% from this, because we're going to FBA this using Boxum right here, now this becomes $5 profit and a 38% ROI, and that's $5 profit per unit with 1K sales per month right here. And then you can go ahead and keep looking through these other storefronts. There's probably some other items similar to this that we can also take a look at right here, like another color, the medium dark tone, like we started off right here. Rare Beauty, we can see going for 12 right here. We're going to probably get some sort of coupon on these guys. Taking a look here and go ahead and see if any of these make sense at the lowest FBA price right here. So let's see, 18. Yeah, and then we got a 10% code right here. So going in here, 18 minus 10% here. So minus 10% right here. Just plugging in here, 18 minus 10% right there. Right, and we can go ahead and see pricing this guy up at 30 right here, the lowest FBA price right there, which might be a little ambitious, but either way, we can see pretty dang close right there. Beauty items don't really get returned super often. Could be your winner right there. And that's the name of the game with online arbitrage storefront stockings. Found a bunch of listings that were close to being good, one that was good, and a bunch of listings that we could go ahead and make good in the future. And that's the name of the game with product research. Then if you can find one good product that's profitable per hour, which we just found multiple here in like 10 minutes that were either really close or good, they just might have been going up in competition a little bit right now, we're going to be able to build a nice business of a lot of different products over time. And that's the big thing with online arbitrage. We're not just selling one product. When we find a winning product, we might buy 10 to ungate or just 5 to 10 unit quantities if it's an auto ungate product, and that's the name of the game. The number one mistake I see beginners make is expecting to find products at profitable prices. Very rarely you're going to do that. Typically, you're going to make winning products using these different discount code tips and tricks. So there's literally a bunch of different ways to make items good. And that's the thing. That's the thing, guys. Very, very rarely is stuff going to be profitable at the advertised price on the website. Typically, you have to take a look at these different discount methods like coupon codes via the free extensions, Capital One Shopping, Be Frugal, Retail Me Not, Coupon Birds, as well as evergreen email, account, and text signup codes. Like you saw in Rare Beauty, that 10% coupon code right there. Digging around for coupons on Google. We didn't do any of this in this video, but that's very, very helpful. Or just asking customer service or just being active in the community and networking with other Amazon sellers. Discounted gift cards on Cardbear and Top Cashback. Super, super simple. You literally buy a discounted gift card. Say you buy a $100 discounted gift card for 85 bucks. It automatically adds 15% to your profit margins. And then you just use the gift card to check out on the retailer. Nice and easy. Using your tax exempt permit on websites like Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's that accept that, as well as always checking out through an account on these different retailers to go ahead and get rewards points and extra cash back and stuff like Kohl's Cash is a great example of that. Getting on listings quick, merchant fulfilled, so shipping the products directly to the customer rather than bulk to Amazon FBA is also a moat because you get products to market quicker. Holiday sales, Black Friday, Cyber Monday are stuff that's going on right now with early Black Friday sales. My coaching students are absolutely eating on that stuff. That's another really, really good method. And stacking these opportunities together too. Also, like we saw in a couple examples this video, listings that are good but they're out of stock, or they're close but they're almost good. Adding those to SellerAmp spreadsheets and tracking those products over time is really, really helpful too as well. Smart repricing, pricing of the above the buy box, especially pricing above the FBM sellers when you're an FBA seller, is a good tip to get extra profit and find hidden winning products, because Amazon wants to give you that buy box as an FBA seller because they get more in fees and it gets to the customer quicker. So it's a better customer experience, which is going to lead those people to buy more products on Amazon in the future, as well as using a tax-free prep center to save sales tax as well is a really good thing down the line. Something I help my coaching students a lot with. These moats are incredibly helpful in understanding that you don't really find items good. You typically make items good. And then when you find a couple winning products, you just box them to ship them off to the FBA warehouse and they handle the rest. Thanks so much for watching the 0 to 10K month blueprint. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Now's also the perfect time to apply for my mentorship program at the link in the description as well. Subscribe for more. Check out this video if you want to see me do some auto Ungated sourcing. I look forward to working with you. Let's get after it.